You might be asking yourself this question: should you quit your job or should you quit your 9 to 5 and become a full-time trader, right? Many people look at trading and I want to aspire to become a full-time trader, and you really want to quit your job and become a full-time trader. In this video, I'm going to break it down how you can quit your job, when is the right time for you to quit your job and actually become a full trader, and the reality about even becoming a full-time trader. The first point here, the dream versus the reality. The dream. Everybody has this dream of becoming a full-time trader, no boss, you have the time all to yourself to just be on your laptop, make the highest money you can make, and have all the freedom to travel the world and everything. That is the dream, right? But if I tell you the truth, the reality about it is that trading is like every other profession. You need to give it time. At least when you are just starting, or at least the first years of you becoming a trader, or the first years of you as a trader, you will need to give it time. You will not just have that freedom to, okay, yes, your own boss and the freedom to travel and do all of these things. No. When I started trading, the first years, my first 2 years or 3 years of being a trader was locked in day and night. I even worked more than people who are doing 9 to 5, right? I work day and night. During the day, I'm breaking down the chart, analyzing the chart. In the evening, I'm looking for resources to learn more, looking for information. And by weekend, I'm looking at the mistakes I made throughout the week. Why somebody who is trading 9 to 5 is resting? You get? So at times the dream is there and the reality. So you need to understand first of all that the dream will come, but at first, the reality of it is the same like every other profession. When you should not quit. Now, you cannot be a 9 to 5 or you cannot have a job, right? You are not yet profitable and you want to quit your job and become a full-time trader. It's not making any sense. Even if you become a full-time trader, you still need to take trading, you still need to take your 9 to 5 or whatsoever you are doing as part-time, because you need money to make money in the foreign exchange market. So you know, okay, because you have got into trading and yes, you are trading, then you go and quit your job. Where will you get money from to fund your account? What if your account blows? The moment you realize that all your needs, all your expenses and everything is depending on just trading, you get pressure. And when you get that pressure, it affects your psychology as a trader, right? But once you have diverse sources of income, okay, trading is there on its own. You still have something you are doing to give you income. Then at that moment now, it gives you a stability, right? So the only time you get to quit trading is when you realize that, okay, at this point, I have enough. Trading can take care of my bills and I have enough saved. We are going to look at that as we go down. A smarter approach, right? The smarter approach first, become consistently profitable. First thing first. First, start thinking of, I want to quit my job and become a full-time trader. You have to first of all become consistently profitable. The second point, savings or having other streams of income. You must have saved enough to take you maybe like for the next 6 months or 1 year before you quit to say, okay, I want to be a full-time trader. You must try to have other sources of income that could sustain you, right, while you become a full-time trader. The next, get access to large capital through fundings. Trading, at the end of the day, like I always say, the bigger your capital, the bigger your potentials, right? The bigger your capital, the bigger your potentials. So you need to have enough funds readily available for you to trade. Because you don't want to quit your job and you start trading $100 account. You don't want to quit your job and start trading even $1,000 account. It's not realistic. You need more, right? So you need to have the right funding before you decide to quit. Only when trading income is stable and reliable. When trading income is stable and reliable, that you see yourself making consistent profit. At least if you don't make profit by the end of this week, by the end of the month, you should be realistic, you should have something, right? So once you see realistic profit and consistency, not making profits today, then tomorrow you don't make profit. Make profit this week, next week you blow off. Make profit this month, next month you blow off everything plus the profit you made last month. You are not yet ready to take trading as a full-time trader. The truth about trading. The truth about becoming a full-time trader, I am a full-time trader. There are a lot of traders out there that are full-time trader. And I bet you the freedom, the dream you have to become a full-time trader is 100% very okay. And I highly recommend you becoming a full-time trader. But the truth about it is that you need to give it time, right? Once you give it time, trading has a phase. It has a phase of you struggling. It has a phase of you passing through those challenges, and so on and so forth. But when you get to that level where, okay, you have your edge in the market and you have the right capital, you get the freedom. Today, you could be in Cameroon, in Nigeria, in Ghana. The next minute, you are in Dubai. The next minute, you are in the United States. You will not have any problem because you have an edge. You have a proven strategy and you have the right capital. While you are going ahead, you are consistently making profit and spending and going. That is when you call yourself a full-time trader, and that is when you see those dreams coming to pass as a trader. If you are just a beginner starting with trading and you are interested in learning how to trade, click the link down below, join my trading community where we give out free lessons on how to trade the foreign exchange market and signals, so you can also make money and trade, or make money and earn while you still try to do your part-time job and struggling to actually achieve this high income skill. Peace and love.